Hi, my name is Joe. I am still a fat black belt. I'm actually feeling reasonably fat and not so much like a black belt over the last 2 days. So let's talk about that. First things first, this is the second time I'm recording this video because OBS lost my audio. So, great, fantastic. It was lovely. I had a whole thing where it was very touching. In the middle, my daughter came out. We hugged. She wept. It was, I probably would have won a Pulitzer. You would have cried. You would have cried. Even you. But, you lost out on that. So here we are. So let's talk about the last 2 days because, y'all, these are dangerous times. Right? So on, what was that? Thursday, went out for dinner with the family, ate a bunch of crap. As you know, there was some, the chicken piccata is healthy, if awful, literal crap. That tasted like Pledge. But mostly I just stuffed myself on like bread and the leftover cake from my daughter's celebration cake. And that was bad. That was not, by bad I mean, we just had this whole thing about how food is not bad. But that was a bad decision that I made. Because for the last 2 days, my body has been screaming at me to give it garbage. Did I do that? A little. So let's talk about food and what's going on. Actually, let's talk about what's going on first. Nobody's watching this, so it doesn't matter. But there is a member of our sort of extended family who is dying, and we are losing them, and so it's caused everything to be thrown into chaos. My wife is, sort of over there tending to those family concerns. I am solo parenting the kids for a few days, which obviously no big deal, except that it does make things hard. So, for example, yesterday, we went off, gave Mom a bag, like we met up in a parking lot and exchanged, an overnight bag, like a hostage, and made me very relieved that my marriage is stable because it felt bad. Anyway, afterwards, we went out to get some food. I got my standard barbecue fare, right? I got the turkey breast, green beans. I felt really good about that. And the kids were like, we want some cookies from Crumbl. I don't know if you know this. This is going to piss you off if you don't know this. Do you know how many servings are in a Crumbl cookie? A Crumbl cookie that you're like, oh, there's a couple hundred calories worth of cookie. It's like an indulgence. But you know how many servings are in a cookie? This many fucking servings. 4 servings in a Crumbl cookie, people. That's not cool. So anyway, I did the smart thing and I cut them up into 4s, and then I also cut some of those 4s up into 8ths. So it'd be harder for me to just house a fucking cookie, right? I got a box of 4, and I went in there thinking, this will be fine. I'm not craving cookies. Because I had a pound of fucking turkey in me. Of course I wasn't craving cookies. Things changed by midnight. And so I basically ate, it sounds really benign to say I ate a half a cookie. But that half a cookie was, probably 600 calories worth of cookie. So whatever. And for the record, I ate a half a cookie today too. I eventually had to throw away what was left of the box because I'm like, this is terrible. The kids aren't eating it. I'm eating it. This is awful. And also, I just blue raspberry icy should not be a cookie flavor. Crumbl, are you listening to me? That's not a cookie flavor. No. Bad Mormon bakers. Stop it. So, the actual food consumed has been fine, right? There was the barbecue. There was for breakfast / lunch after the park. I did a surf and turf. It was like a 6-ounce steak. If I'm being honest, it was steamed, but it was fine. There was 0 crust on this thing. They came with some shrimp, which was shockingly not overcooked, and I got a side of broccoli with that. I actually got 2 sides of broccoli with that because that is my go-to side. And so that felt pretty good. Dinner was that Red Robin lettuce-wrapped burger, good. Also, many sides of broccoli. Literally, I had to fall back on like old eating patterns of putting 3 sides of broccoli in me because my body was like, give us more crap. We should get ice cream. You deserve ice cream and cookies and cakes and things. And it's always like laughable to me when people are like, it's just about discipline and calories and blah blah blah. Like, those people, I think, have just never been obese. They've never had a body that tends toward obesity, because it is not the same for me. I can eat so much broccoli that there's no more room in me, and my body will still be like, what about ice cream and cookies and stuff? And I don't even like cookies. I don't like them. But if they're there, they will go in the mouth sometimes. And so today's been hard. I put a Yasso bar down. I'm probably going to have some peanuts just to get myself back onto that regular snack track again, because that's what works for me. So yeah, anytime I do some rough eating, it's like 4 or 5 days of a constant struggle. I think people who tend toward leaner bodies are like, the other day I went out and I had some pizza and I had some ice cream, and then I went home and everything was fine. And today I got up and I had a salad with some chicken breast. And I feel like those cravings hit different. They must hit different. It isn't reasonable to assume they don't, because if they didn't, those people would be eating those things. So yeah. Fitness-wise, it's kind of been a useless 2 days, I did the arm stuff yesterday. You guys saw that if you watched the video, and if not, don't. I'm just doing arms. I'm just rowing. It's not interesting. But I did talk a little bit about chicken piccata, so if you care about that. And poop. I might have texted the poop. Anyway, there was let's just say things moved yesterday. So yeah, but there was no real fitness happening. I didn't have time to go into the studio and train. I thought I was going to get some training done at home. Didn't. I thought that was going to happen today too. The best I could accomplish today was when the kids went to the pool to swim, I sat there and sort of meditated my way through my forms. That's not fitness. I did carry a kicking toddler out of a restaurant at one point today, which is sort of exercise. But yeah, it's just been... it's just been a pretty blah couple of days. Tomorrow's not looking good. During the time I would normally be training tomorrow, we have a cookout with a chunk of the family, and I'm doing the cooking, so I'm gonna have to be there. That's gonna be a hard one. I don't know what they're serving. My guess would be burgers and dogs, your normal cookout fare. I'm not really sure what to do with that. I could take something for myself. I could take a chicken breast, but then I'm that guy that brings a chicken breast to a cookout. That guy feels bad. So I'll probably just have to navigate that the best I can. Maybe I'll eat something before we go. Put a couple eggs down or something, so I'm not as hungry. That sounds pretty safe. But that's just kind of where I am. It's been a long couple days. It's probably going to be a long couple more days. And I am doing zero complaining on the subject, because my wife is the one that is actually dealing with family tragedy, and I don't have to. I don't have to deal with that. So I'll take it. This is a fair trade. This is the fairest of trades. But that doesn't mean my end of it doesn't suck. So here we are. I don't think I have anything else, but I will obviously keep doing this because I said I would. So here we are, even when the news is bad. I have a feeling that Wednesday is going to be like a zero movement day. I'm going to get on the scale and just have deja vu from last Wednesday, and that's if I'm lucky, but we'll see how it goes. All right, catch you later. What is that? I've just started doing that automatically at the end of videos. I don't hate it. I got to do something to sign off, I guess. Unless I wanted like a title card. I could put like a title card here, and it could say like, if I had sponsorships or something, they would go there. But I don't have those. Nor will I. Catch you later.